What you have to say for yourself?
What's for dinner?
What's going on here?
What's that stink?
What's this for?
What time is it? What's that?
Elementary, my dear Watson.
Yo, my beautiful people, welcome back to my channel, Watson's World. Big up on yourself and the people. You might have wondered what go on with me here. You don't know. Like the Rastaman vibes, Rastaman liberty. You know, Rastas have some of the cleanest heart, you know. My experience is that Rasta liberty a good liberty, you see me? Last time I grew my hair, guys, it was in my early 20s. So it would be interesting to see me growing my hair at this age. I may cut my hair. I'm just joking, guys. Just haven't gotten around to it yet. Anyway, I want to share a story coming out of Jamaica, guys. The scammer them there. The big bang of them there. The scammer them alive and well and still going strong. How of time I get emails from people or messages on my Instagram to say, boy, Mr. Watson, the scammer them turn up at Jamaica right now. Since you're gone, the scammer them thing up again. I couldn't imagine that, you know, after all these years, you know, we're still having issues with lottery scamming, and I don't know, there seem to be not much emphasis on scamming these days, on the activities of lottery scamming or the fight against lottery scamming, right? Anyway, this story I found on Nationwide News Network, and it says 4 Jamaicans convicted in US multi-million-dollar lottery scamming scheme. 4 Jamaican nationals were convicted in a US court yesterday in connection with a multi-million-dollar lottery scheme in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Homeland Security and the United States Postal Inspection Services say evidence suggests that the party swindled over 300,000 United States dollars, or just north of 46 million from unsuspecting victims. That kind of small still. Yeah, man, that 46 million, that kind of small. I've done cases with over 500 million Jamaican dollars. So that kind of small, eh? The accused are Kalila Powell, Avia Reed, Romaine Garden, and Fabian Gray. Court filings say the scammers contacted victims via post or phone. They convinced the targets that they had won millions in cash and prizes via competition. However, before winners could claim their prizes, they were expected to pay a processing fee, usually presented as a tax or other miscellaneous charges. There are at least 67 victims on record, 25 of which are over 80 years old. So we all know that the modus operandi of lottery scammers is that they target elderly persons, probably persons who don't have any family members, you know, looking out for them, persons who are suffering from dementia or other kind of cognitive debilitating disease. It's sad that this activity is alive and well in Jamaica and still thriving. The U.S. Attorney's Office says the stolen cash was withdrawn and transferred to co-conspirators in Jamaica. Records show that defendants only retain a 25% cut of the proceeds. So it's 4 of them, right? And I can tell you, I wish that more Jamaicans work together on legal businesses and enrich themselves legally than working together on illegal stuff. Because can you imagine these four persons working together, a force to reckon with, eh? And usually I find, like, when you have scammers working together, they're more effective because they're more able to convince persons of the fraud. For example, one person may be the lawyer, one person may act as the CEO of the sweepstake company, another person act as the customer service person, another person acting as law enforcement. That's how they do it. guys. So they said each of the 4 defendants will serve time in federal lockup. The judge presiding over the case sentenced Romain Gordon and Fabian Gray to 5 years behind bars, while Avia Reed will spend more than 4. Kalila Powell was sentenced to over 2 years in prison. They're all expected to pay US $350,000 in restitution to the victims. So guys, that's another aspect of being arrested for lottery scamming. Once you're prosecuted and found guilty, a restitution order is made, right? So this is in the sum of $350,000 US dollars. So it means that anything that these persons have in their possession, all right, that can be sold, seized and sold, will be done. Like if they had built a house from the proceeds from the activities, that house will be seized, forfeited to the government. The government of Jamaica will sell that house, and then the money will be sent, or some of the money sometimes will be sent to the US government for restitution purposes, right? So meanwhile, another Jamaican, 29-year-old Gray Warren Clark of Montego Bay address was extradited to the United States from Jamaica on Tuesday to answer for similar crimes. In a release, the U.S. Department of Justice revealed Clark was charged in a 6-count indictment with co-conspiracy, mail fraud, wire fraud, and international money laundering. The case is being prosecuted by senior trial attorney Arturo de Castro of the Civil Division Consumer Protection Branch. So that's the end of the story, guys. It's a very sad thing happening there in Jamaica. After all the effort of the lottery scam task force back in my days, we're still seeing the activities there. And I believe that it is because, you know, when I think of what we did when I was on the lottery scam task force and all the effort that was put into fighting the activities of lottery scam, I feel like the government has really taken the emphasis off of lottery scamming and the fight against lottery scamming. I don't know why. And it's very sad that when we have units within the Jamaica Constabulary Force has been proven effective, that somehow, they always try to suppress the unit. That's my experience, guys. It's a very sad thing. It's like nobody is really interested in being effective. It's sad. That's all I can say. I will not talk too much about whether the JCF is doing poorly with this fight or not. I mean, the record speaks for itself. We have not seen much coming from the JCF as it relates to the fight against lottery scamming. It could be that they are doing it, but they are doing it more covertly. So I want to be careful not to make too much judgment, right? We continue to see the murder rate there in Jamaica being sky high. Last year we saw one of the highest murder rates. Obviously, if you've been following the murder rates over the years, you will realize that we have never gone below 1,000 murders over the last 10 years. With all the efforts, with the zone of special operations, with the we call it now SOE, state of emergency, murder rate still high. Very sad. We need to change our approach, but I have spoken about that so many times. I don't think that anybody is listening. Probably, you have persons in authority who probably say, boy, Watson, him love chat too much, man. Him chat too much. Nobody is willing to do what it takes to really make a change. Okay, guys, that's it from me. Until next time, walk good. Remember to click on the subscription button. Click on the notification bell so that you'll be alerted every time I upload a new video. Yeah, man. Peace out.